Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andie. So just a pre-warning, this could get long. So this is my favourites of 2020. So I've just tried to add things that I'm almost sure that I only bought in 2020. I had to put a few things back just because they were products that I love using in 2020, but they were on the older side, and obviously you clicked on this video because you want to know what I have been using in 2020 and what I've been loving. Just looking at the two different buckets I've got here has made me think, did I really buy all that in 2020? That is insane. So anyway, let's get started because it's going to be really long. It's my favourites of 2020, like I've just said. Grab a snack, grab a cup of tea, as we say in England, and I'll just get started. So what I've done today is I've actually used some of these favourites in here. I'll tell you what I've used as we're going along. So favourite primers of this year. So it's the W7, it's a Glow Prime, a Radiant Prime. Absolutely love this. It does a fantastic job of priming, which is what it says. But it also gives you that radiant look. So if you're wearing a complete matte foundation and you want to look a little glowy, I would suggest this, and it's really inexpensive. It's like either £2.99 or £3.99. I've got an expensive primer in my collection, the Ole Henriksen primer, and I don't like that as much as I like this, but yeah, this is my favourite that I bought this year. Foundation wise, I can't remember, I have bought I think about 3 or 4 foundations, but this beats them all hands down. It's the Flower Light Illusion Luminous Makeup Nude Skin Feel All Day Wear Broad Spectrum SPF 18, and mine's in Shell L0. So yeah, I really like that foundation. So in some of the categories there's just one product, and in other other categories I've just gone mad, guys, and you probably can tell what those categories will be, but I'll tell you: eyeshadows and highlighters. Anyway, so the next thing then, actually, before I put foundation on, normally, like what I've been doing is I've been putting on a product like this, an illuminator. So this is the L'Oreal True Match highlighter in the shade Icy Glow. It is absolutely beautiful. Would highly recommend this. I got this one from TK Maxx. Says originally it's £9.90, but I only paid £3.99. I absolutely adore that, so I put that on before foundation. Right, and then powders. Right, so my favourite powder of 2020 without a shadow of a doubt is this one. So I kind of rotate through my powders. This one is the Too Faced Born to Glow. I rotate through my powders, and that's why I've not used it all up, but there's definitely about half gone out of this. I can't remember if I got it right at the end of 2019 or just beginning of 2020, but I know that I got it around that time, and I will definitely repurchase this one again. Concealers. I will talk to you about some concealers that I've really been enjoying. I should have talked to you about that first, but what I'm doing with concealers, if you've been watching my Shop My Stash videos, you'll know that I pull in a concealer and don't really pull in anymore until that concealer's gone, but I have tested some this year as well. The first one was the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer satin finish. So it looks like that. I got the wrong shade. I thought this was the lighter shade. It was a lighter shade in my Superdrug, and it is in the shade Fur Beige. It's too dark for me, so I mix it with another concealer. So then I saw this one, and that is the right shade for me. It's the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer Matte Finish. Now, I thought I was buying the hydrating finish. I didn't think I was buying matte. So what I kind of do is mix them together, and it looks okay, but I've still been on the lookout for the hydrating one in the shade, which is Fair Rose. I know that they've got it on the e.l.f. website, and I think I'll be putting in an order really soon, because I've seen some of their new products, like they come in mint green packaging, and they look really, really good. They brought out some new mint elf quads. Do you know the 4 quads? Bite-sized quads, should I say. They brought out some of them, like 2 different ones. One's called Mint to Be, which is absolutely gorgeous, so I definitely want that, and I know it won't go to Superdrug for probably about 6 months, so I'll probably get that at the end of the month. And then they brought out another one, so I definitely want both of those quads, so I'll probably order a concealer in the shade that I actually need, but yeah, I am going to be using them both up, by the way. So yeah, they are really, really nice. I just wish, rather than the matte one, I'd picked up the hydrating one, but they didn't have it, and they still don't have it to this day. Right, bronzer. Right, so this bronzer is the same with the powder. I'm not sure whether I got it right at the end of 2019 or like at the beginning of 2020, but I know I've not had it that long. It's the Maybelline City Bronzer. This one is in the shade, I think, Warm Bronze 250. No, Medium Warm 250. And that's what it looks like. The reason there's not more of a dent is because I've got so many bronzers in my collection and I rotate through them. We're doing Shop My Stash a little bit differently this year, so I don't know if you're going to be able to see more progress this year or not, but yeah, Pretty Random is choosing my products this year, so yeah, I'm looking forward already to the end of 2021 to see if there's any dents in anything. But yeah, I absolutely love this, and it is worth the money. Blush. Right, so the best blusher in my collection for singles, I mean, I do class it as a single. I put it with my singles. There's 2 actually. There's this one, Anastasia Blush Trio in Peachy Love. I got this from TK Maxx. It's worth like over £30 if you bought it from Anastasia. So it just looks like that. These 2 are perfect for this time of year. I've actually got this one on now, and then this one is perfect for summer. So the blushes in here are Miami, Nectarine, no, right, let's start again. So we've got Nectarine, Ginger and Miami, and they're just really, really gorgeous. This is the only one I've got from that collection, but yeah, I would definitely recommend these. They're really, really good blushers, not patchy. Another blush, I've tried to keep it minimal, so another blush that I loved using in 2020 is this one. So it's the Clinique Cheek Pop Blush Pop in 01 Ginger Pop. Oh my gosh guys, it is so good. You can tell I've used it a lot because I'm wearing the flower down in it, but I've not used it as much as I've wanted to, just because obviously I like to rotate through my collection, but again, this year it could be completely different. There's another bronzer in here which I got this year. I got this off Depop, so I know I got it this year. This one is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil, and I didn't get this for the longest time. I didn't know if I'd like it, and it's quite expensive, so that's what mine looks like. I'm just wearing the writing down on it now. It's absolutely gorgeous. Still got that gorgeous scent that Too Faced products have. So yeah, really love that one. Right, so now I guess we're going to talk about highlighters. Right, so I got this quite a while ago, a few months back. It's the #OfraGlow signature palette. I think it was in the spring and summer I got it. I can't remember the exact time. And in here you get Star Island, Rodeo Drive, Barley, Pillow Talk and Blissful. So you get all the iconic highlighters. What I didn't like to begin with is that the highlighters aren't as creamy as a full size one. And I know that now because I've also got the Madison Miller in the shade Moondance. These ones are really nice. They look nice on, but they're just not creamy at all. I mean, they look quite creamy on the skin, and they look beautiful. That's it there. I don't know if you can see it. But yeah, they're absolutely stunning. I've really gotten on board with all these highlighters. This one here is a little bit too dark for me. It would be better as a blush topper or an eyeshadow, but everything else I can actually work with. I do tend to mix them. So that's that one. And then we've got this one, like I said, it's the Ofra Madison Miller collab in the shade Moon Dance. This one is so silky smooth. I absolutely adore it. I bought it about a month after I bought the palette, and look at that. I think you could tell just by seeing it on the finger just how better it is. Right, so we've got this one here that came from the palette, and then this one is Madison Miller's. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but actually just using it on the face, you can see it's so much smoother. I'm wearing it today, but yeah, I absolutely love it. Then I've got a couple more highlighters. So I bought this as well in 2020. I'm looking at this stuff now and I'm thinking, how much money have you spent on all this? Quite a bit by the looks of it. So I got this one, I got this on special offer, and that's why I got it. So it's the Doll Beauty Doll Light Like a Diamond, and it is stunning. So that's that. And I also got this not too long ago, probably 2 or 3 months ago. It's the Revolution XX in the shade Reactive. It's one of their new highlighters from their new brand. And that looks like that. I think the brand is called XX, isn't it? Not 100% sure, but I think it is. Then a couple more highlighters. Well, one's a blush and a highlighter, which is this Wet n Wild one. So this is Drugstore. I think it was £6.50, and this one is in the shade Highlight Bling. It's absolutely stunning. This resembles the Ofra formula. It is so smooth. Yeah, and then this blusher is really nice as well. The only thing I don't like is the packaging. I know that this packaging is gonna be very flimsy, like the Essence one, and it will break soon, so I'll have to kind of sellotape it or bring it into a project pan, which I don't really want to do, not right this minute. And then the last highlighter is this Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme. This is absolutely stunning, and this one is in the shade 200 Diamond Glow, and these ones resemble the Ofra ones as well. They're just so silky smart. They're just so silky soft and so pigmented. Look there. And they're so inexpensive. They're like, I think about £8 to buy. I've got quite a few of them in my collection, but that one is my favourite. What have we got now? One nail polish, let's talk about that. So I wouldn't normally talk about nail polishes as a favourites in 2020. I haven't bought that many nail polishes into the collection, but a favourite by no stretch of the imagination has to be this Essie one. Absolutely adored wearing this in autumn. So it's the Essie Expressi Quick Dry Nail Colour in the right, so it's in the shade Saffron on the Move. So yeah, I absolutely adore that. It's great for autumn and winter. So that's that. Brow products. Okay. So originally, like at the start of the year, I really got into this. So it's from the Makeup Gallery, which is Poundland's range, and it's called Slay the Brow Gel up to 24-hour wear, and I loved it, and I was using it for months and months, and then I think it was in October I got sent a brow then in September or October, I think it was in October, I got sent a Model Co brow fibre gel, and I really liked it, even though I thought it was a little bit too light for me. So I went out and got this one. It's the Makeup Obsession fibre brow gel. Well, it's a fluffy fibre brow gel, and it's absolutely is the bee's knees. I just absolutely love it. It's in the shade warm brown, and I was going to get Glossier's Boy Brow because it looks similar, but you actually get more product in this one. It's got a really great spoolie on it. I think this one's about £6. It's lasted me ages, like ever since I tried that other one back in October. I think it might have been September actually. I feel like I've had this quite a while. But yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It's what I wear all the time. I'm wearing it now. I've just got this on. I don't have a brow pencil on underneath, and I've just kind of shaped my brows out. So that's that. And another thing, we'll get to that in a minute actually. Another thing that I've been using pretty much constantly is this eyeshadow base by NYX. And I've used about half now. When I originally pulled this out as an eyeshadow base slash primer, I'm like, I don't really like it, but I'm going to use it up. And I've actually come to really be fond of it and really like it. I feel like when you use this, like any eyeshadow primer, your eyeshadow's going to go on better with it. So I use this and then I smooth it out with like a matte cream shade eyeshadow. But if you just wanted to use this and have your eyeshadows pack that punch, you could definitely do that. It would do that for you. I used to do that with the NYX Milk eyeshadow pencil. It's the same kind of thing. So there's that. And then I think it's lip products. So I wanted to talk to you about lip products, and then we'll go over to eye products. So I didn't think I'd bought any lipsticks in 2020, but I have. I'm just looking down here. I don't know how many's in here. But there's one that was gifted to me which I want to talk to you about as well. And then there's a few that I bought myself. Let's first talk about this lip oil. So this is Technique's lip oil in the flavour orange. Now when I bought this, I really didn't think I was going to like it. Look at it guys, I'm halfway done. Well, I would say a quarter is left of this and then I'll need a new one. So I used to use the Clarins lip oil and I loved it. And it really helped with my dry chapped lips. Lip balms don't tend to work with me, they just make me worse. So I wanted to get a lip oil, and then I went to Body Care and I saw this. I saw this one and I saw a mint one. And the mint one had been opened, and I think they had a cherry one as well. The cherry one I do want to try out if they've got any more in. But yeah, I really like that and recommend it. I think it was like $1.99, it wasn't expensive at all. Right, and then we're going on to lipsticks. I do like them all. There is one that I don't know how I feel about. I'm kind of indifferent about it, but I wanted to put it in here because I did buy it in 2020. Right, so I think the favourite one is the one that I had a problem with Look Fantastic. It came in a gift set and it's this. I've now got two of these anyway. It's the Becca in the shade Orchard. Sorry if you can see the sorry if you can hear the kids outside, they're making a right racket. I think I've got some new neighbours because I'm seeing some like people that I've never seen before. But anyway, let's get back to this. This is the shade. It's a really nice mini, and again it's in the shade Orchard or Orchid, however you want to pronounce it. Then we have this one. So this is what I've got on today. It's the Laura Geller 50 Kisses Lip Locking Liquid Colour in the shade Chocolate Kiss. Then we've got some NYX Lingerie ones. I really like these NYX Lingerie ones just because they stay on like pretty much all day. We've got Embellishment. Really like that. That was bought probably only 3 or 4 months ago. Then I have Scandalous, which was bought a month ago. That's really nice. Then this one, Corset, I think it's too pale for me. I mean, me being a pale girl anyway, when I put something on that's pale, it just makes me look washed out. I've heard loads of people say that they like this shade, and also I've heard somebody say, well not somebody, I've heard Pinterest say that this is a dupe for the Jeffree Star one. Well, Lisa from Banning, Panning and Beyond bought me this. So I've got both of them, so let's do a quick comparison. They kind of look similar. Now I'm holding them up. Don't they? They kind of look similar. Let's swatch them. So I've got all sorts of stuff on my hand, glitters and whatnot. So let's swatch Jeffree. I don't like doing this because I can never get liquid lipsticks off. Takes ages. And then it looks lighter. Corset looks way lighter. Right, so wet, that's what they're looking like. Jeffree Star, NYX. I knew it wasn't the same. Yeah, so Lisa sent me that one, and that definitely, I haven't had it that long, but I've been wearing it like there is no tomorrow. I wear it pretty much constantly, at least like 1 or 2 days a week. And that's when I'm wearing makeup constantly, and sometimes I'll wear it when I'm not wearing makeup at all, because it's a neutral colour. So yeah, I really like that. What else do we have? Oh, there's just one more. There's just this elf one, and it is in Nectar. Now I don't think I like this one, but I'm going to keep playing around with it and just see. It's just kind of a neutral, just because it's not matte, and it's kind of like a demi matte, I would say. And I normally only really like wearing matte lipsticks or demi matte lipsticks, so we're going to play around with that one a little bit longer. I haven't had it that long. It says here Seriously Satin, and then it says it's in the shade Nectar. And so that's all the lipsticks. Let's put all these things back. Right, and just an afterthought, if I had to choose some other lipsticks that I've been enjoying in 2020, let me talk to you about older lipsticks in my collection. So we've got the Too Faced Melted Matte in Queen Bee, a favourite without a shadow of a doubt. And then we have the MAC Velvet Teddy. Now I've just been loving this year, so that just looks like that. Then we have another cult favourite, Charlotte Tilbury's Tell Laura, which I've also been loving this year. You can't really tell, but I've used it quite a bit. So that's those three. I was inclined to fetch them out because I haven't bought them in 2020, but I wanted to show you also what I've been wearing. Right, and then we've got kind of eye stuff, which is my favourite products apart from highlighters. So we're going to look at these now. Right, so what we're going to look at first are liquids and smaller eyeshadow palettes. Right, so these, without a shadow of a doubt, are becoming favourites of mine. I've never used anything like this before, and I hear so many people talk about Stila. These ones though, they're not the Glitter and Glows, they're the Little White Lies. One's in Mint Myth, I've got that on today, just on the eyelid. And then one's in Yellow Tails, and I've worn that as well before. So Yellow Tails is what made me order the Mint Myth. So I got this probably about 2, maybe 3 weeks before Christmas, and I was just in love with it. And I was using it in a lot of videos, and then I saw that Stila themselves had a sale on, so I knew I had to order this Mint Myth one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to wash my hands, wash the lipsticks off and things, and then we'll talk about these Stila glitters, because you just have to see them in person. Right, so the lipsticks I was talking about earlier, that is the Jeffree Star one. They're not at all the same, so I don't know what Pinterest are talking about. So Corset is meant to be a dupe for Posh Spice, which you can see that it isn't. So yeah, I'm going to wipe all that off now. I just wanted to talk to you about it first though, and just let you know that if you've gone off Pinterest, which is what I'd gone off, I chose NYX Corset because I thought it was going to be as dark as that, and it isn't. It doesn't look too bad on my hand, the Corset shade. but when I put it on after I've got makeup on, it just makes me look washed out. I am going to play with it a little bit more, but if I don't like it, then I'll probably just declutter it. Right, so let's get a wipe. By the way, what's on the rest of my eyes today is a shade from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, and that's in the favourites of 2020, so we'll talk about that when I get to it. I just wanted to do a mint green look today, and I really like the way it's come out as well. Right, so glitters. So which one are we putting on first? So we'll do the older one. I say the older one, I've only had it a couple of weeks, and I was hesitant to put them in at all, just because I've not had them that long, but I know I absolutely love these. So it's a 4.5ml bottle, and that's what it looks like on the spoolie or doe foot. Right, so that's Yellow Tails. It's a beautiful gold. And then this one is the new one. This one is Mint Myth. This is the one I've got on today. So that's both of them, Yellow Tails and Mint Myth. Then I've got this one. This one looks like it might need to go soon, but it is real pretty. So it's the Lottie Eye Foil in the shade Savage. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a rose pink with gold reflect. Let's just put my jumper sleeve up. So that's that one there. I'm not doing swatches on everything, by the way, guys. I just thought I would show you these liquids. There's another there. There isn't that many of these liquids. Oh, there's one there as well. Right, and then I've got this one. I think I bought that at the very beginning of 2020. It came from TK Maxx. These, I think these are about £10–15 to buy from Boots that sell Rude Cosmetics. This one is one of the Star Party eyeshadows, and I can't, what shade is it? Oh, Nebula Gleam. And I bought this one because I just absolutely adore green. It's absolutely stunning. Look at it. The pigmentation on that one puts all those to shame combined, but I really do like these two because the duochromes, the Steeler ones. And then the last thing is this. I wear this when I just want kind of a quick look. It's the Milk Makeup Eye Pigment, and this featured in one of my one and done eyeshadow look. So you could wear this and then you could put like a rose gold shade over the top, and that would just be really quick. But it's more these ones that I wanted to focus on, but this is new as well, and I really do enjoy it. So that's those. Right, and now then, where's that wipe? I'm gonna take those off, but that's what they look like. I mean, look at those two Steeler ones, absolutely stunning. Full of glitter. Right, so other smaller eyeshadow palettes, I just couldn't do this video without talking about them, and it's gonna be like me talking about them as one. So let's make sure they're the right side up. I've got 5 of them, and they're the Elf bite-sized palettes. Anyone that hasn't tried these, you need to try them, guys. They're only £3 in the UK and I think $3 in the US. I think they're just absolutely amazing. If you try only one, if you like green, that is, try this one. Absolutely stunning. It's absolutely amazing. And I say I'm not going to swatch anything, but I need to show you a couple of shades in here, just mainly the shimmers. Look at that. That one looks like a shade out of the Urban Decay Naked Honey, which is called Honey. And then we've got this green, which... I need to swatch it again because my hands are wet. Oh my gosh, the green in this. That there, I don't think I've got anything like that in my collection. It's just absolutely stunning. This one is called Jalapeno. So if you like greens, I would highly recommend this one. If you like more neutrals, I would highly recommend... Right, so I've got two neutral ones. I'd recommend this one. This one is in the shade Truffles. So that looks like that. And also, if you like kind of that rose gold romantic eye look, I would definitely recommend Rose Water, which looks like that, which is absolutely stunning. But I have got, so I've got Jalapeno, that one. Rose Water is that one. Truffles is that one. Cream and Sugar is that one. That's really, really stunning as well for neutral lovers. But you only really get one shimmer in, so it might not be to everyone's taste, but I still like it. And then we've got Pumpkin Pie. I don't really like this, it's a bit too warm for me, but I do have it in the collection. I will, once I've got a few more, I will be doing a best to worst of these like bite-sized palettes, but they're the ones I've got for the moment, and I do highly recommend them. Oh, another mini palette that I really, really like. I've only just got this a few weeks back, but I know that I love it, and will become a fast favourite in 2021, is this Natasha Denona Mini Star. And I've wanted one of these palettes for so long. I didn't intend to get this one. I wanted the Mini Retro, but it is just such a gorgeous palette. This shade here is absolutely stunning. They're super, super soft. It's like a blue brown. Can you see that shift? Absolutely stunning. I really like this gold here as well, which is that one there. I don't much care for this shade here. Everyone says, oh, it's really, really nice, but I don't much care for it. The mattes are stunning. They blend out so well. I would highly recommend these palettes. I know there's a lot of like hit and miss with them, but I have only tried one. My sister said she would get me the Mini Retro for my birthday in a few weeks' time, so I am looking forward to trying that one as well. Just because it's got more pinkier shades in it, and yeah, we'll see what that one turns out like. Right, so I've kind of rubbed everything off there. So yeah, I would highly recommend just on using that one palette, the Mini Star especially, because that's the one I've tried, and I will be giving you an update on the Mini Retro once I've used that one. So what else have we got here? Right, so another mini-ish palette is this one from Primark. It's the Peach palette. I absolutely loved using this in the summer when I got it. I think it was the summer. I'm almost positive it was. It's got some really, really nice peach shimmers and obviously peach mattes. They did have the cherry one and the honey one, but I just thought, well, I've got the Urban Decay Naked Honey, and I don't really go in for red eyeshadows, so I'll just stick with this one. It was only £5. I still do want to try the Colourpop one. I've not got around to buying that yet, but yeah, this one is really, really good, and I'm glad I've got it in the collection. Right, something else that came in right at the end of 2020, but I've been using it so much just as eyeshadow toppers. I'm not using it in what I should be using it as. I have tried it, but it just looks like a glittery mess, and it's the Stila Little White Lies Heavenly Highlighting Palette. So these here this is the highlighter palette to match, but it's just, they're kind of really sheer. You can't even see anything, and when you can, it just looks like glitter. So I just use it as eyeshadow toppers. There isn't a shade to match that Mint Myth, so I'm not going to put it on my eyes at the minute. Yeah, I won't put it on my eyes. I was going to go in with this shade here, but it's not a shade to match it. That one is called Silver Tongue, so I'm just going to leave my eyes as they are and not mess around with them, but I really like this and think it's worth it. It's not a formula that I've got in my eyeshadow collection. I don't really have many eyeshadow toppers or kind of duochromes, and that's why I'm trying to build up my collection slowly. I would also like some multichromes. I'm thinking about getting some of those Natasha Denona multichromes in 2021 rather than putting more eyeshadow palettes in my collection, just because I've got so many eyeshadow palettes and I don't need any more. Whereas multichromes, I know they're expensive. I think they're £26 in the UK for something like this, but they are multichromes, and there's one called Scarab which pulls green, and that one absolutely looks amazing. So I think I'll be getting that in the next few months. Right, so something else that I pulled in 2020 is this Mercury Retrograde by Huda Beauty. When it was first released, I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy it. I've not bought any other bigger palettes like this, but this, guys, this is a rare exception. I got this in the sale. I think I paid £42 for it. Original price is £58. It is worth the £58. I know that W7 do a dupe, the Eclipse eyeshadow palette, but it's nowhere near as good. These powders here, these cream to powder formula, absolutely amazing. They're just really good. The only con I've got to say about this palette is this shade here, Supermoon. I'm wearing it on my inner corners today, and it is really chunky. I know when I say that in the past, people say, well, it's meant to be a topper. I know that it's meant to be a topper, but it's more chunkier than the rest of the shades in the palette. But that doesn't mean I don't like the palette. It just means that that shade is not as good as the other shades. Now, not everyone's going to agree with me. I completely get that, but that is just my own personal opinion. So that's that one. I got this very early on in the year, and it's the e.l.f. Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. When I say early on in the year, I don't think I did, because I got this and then I got the Mercury Retrograde a couple of weeks later, and it looks like that. So it is such a beautiful eyeshadow palette. My favourite shade, without a shadow of a doubt, is this one here. I don't know if you can tell, but it is a multichrome. Not a multichrome, a duochrome. I'm going to swatch it a couple of times. I think this palette is perfect for spring and summer. Can you see? That is beautiful, and I really like Sea Salt as well, which is quite chunky. Not as chunky as the one from the Huda. I think this is a duochrome as well. It looks like it's got a bit of a pink reflect. They're just beautiful. Yeah, absolutely love this palette. This palette was £14. You can still buy it, but only on the e.l.f. website as far as I know. I thought it was discontinued because it was done by YouTubers, and I thought you can only buy it for a certain amount of time, but like all products, they do say that, and you can actually buy it on the e.l.f. website. You can't buy it in Superdrug or Boots as far as I know. Right, and then I've just got 4 palettes to talk about. I know there's a lot of palettes here, but I bought a lot of eyeshadow in 2020. Right, so this one was bought, oh, when did I buy it? I can't remember, probably September, October. I've only just recently used it though for an autumn look. It's absolutely stunning, guys. Absolutely love this shade here. This Pieces shade. Like I said, I'm not going to swatch every single shade, but shades that I need you to see, I need you to appreciate how nice they are. look at that. If you like orange, you're going to love this palette because it's mainly oranges and golds and bronzes, and you could definitely get a cool look with cinder, foil, milk chocolate and cocoa. So yeah, it's warm and it's cool at the same time, which is great for me. So yeah, it's the I Heart Peanut Butter Cup, by the way, by I Heart Revolution. Not by I Heart Revolution, by Revolution. Then I've got another one by Revolution. It's a mess now, but it's the coffee, I Heart Revolution coffee palette. And I got this before I got the Huda Nude Light. And the reason I got it is because it reminded me so much of the free Huda Nude Light, Huda Nude Light, Huda Nude Medium and Huda Nude Deep. It reminded me of all the different combinations that are in those palettes, and this one only came to £10, and obviously if I would have bought all of them it would have come to a lot more, nearly £90. So yeah, I decided to get this, and if I enjoyed playing with it I would then get Huda Nude Light. I feel like this one is better than Huda Nude Light. I've been using the Huda Nude Light this week and I have really enjoyed it, so yeah, I'm glad it's in the collection. But I would never ever declutter this, but I would think about decluttering the Huda Nude Light and passing it on to someone who might get more enjoyment than I do. Right, and then with this one as well, I was looking at this for ages. I was eyeing it up for ages and just didn't get it, just like the peach palette from Colourpop. But I am so glad I've got this. It's the Colourpop Going Coconuts. We've all seen it at this point, but this is what mine looks like. I've only used it a few times, but I absolutely love it. I love the Super Shock eyeshadows that are in it. And I also use this as a companion palette with the Dose of Colours Pretty Cool. That's not in this little bundle of palettes that I wanted to show you, just because I've not used it enough, and whereas I've used this quite a bit. And then you'll be pleased to know there is only one more palette. I think there was 10 palettes in total, so the next one is this one, and I don't think I could do a favourites without adding some kind of Juvia's Place palette in there. So we've got the Magic Mini by Juvia's, and I wanted this for quite a while as well, but skipped on it, and then when I went to buy it off Beauty Bay, they stopped selling it, so I bought it from the seller on Depop who'd hardly used it. Isn't it a pretty palette? The best shade in this palette, well, there's quite a few, but this one is one of my favourite shades. That one is Buzo. Look at how green that is. Oh, so pretty. This one is definitely a favourite. Then we've got another like kind of metallic purple shade here. That's kind of the metallic shift duochrome one I was telling you about. And then I really liked Yara as well, this one here, which is another kind of lighter green. That one there. It's kind of a green blue duochrome, but yeah, this is an absolute stunning palette. I probably like this more than all the rest of them put together. I forgot about it. I mean, I've recently used it, but I forgot about how nice it is. It's just absolutely stunning, but all them palettes are my favourites. And then I realised that we haven't spoken about mascaras. So I've used a few different mascaras this year. So I used the Primark PS 3D Lash, which I've got and lost. I still can't find it. God knows where that is. And I've used the Makeup Gallery. Right, so I used the Makeup Gallery Turn Up the Volume and Define. Now this is a new one. I've thrown the other one out because it got too old, so yeah, I went and bought a new one. But another mascara that I bought brand new is this one. I've used it for 4 days now. It's the Essence I Heart Extreme Crazy Volume Mascara. I absolutely adore it. It's the one that I've got on now. I'm using it constantly. I've had like 2-3 layers of this mascara on my lashes and it doesn't clump up, which for me that's really important, you know. for me to build the mascara up on my eyelashes and it not look clumpy, and it really doesn't look clumpy at all. I really like the way it looks. So yeah, I really like this. I don't know if I would recommend it at this point, but I wanted to add a mascara to my favourites of 2020, and I've just recently bought this, so watch this space to see if I still feel that way in January. I think I'm going to be doing a January 2020 favourites, and probably do them every 2 to 3 months after that. But yeah, I really do like that. This concludes the favourites, guys. Sorry it was so long, but they're just the products that I have bought in 2020. Just looking around now at all these products, it's making me feel like just kind of going on a no-buy, because that is just crazy excessive, knowing that I bought that much makeup. But yeah, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. Please like, share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.